So here now we're going to start analyzing and looking at the results of our data. And as you remember in Google Drive, again, drive.google.com, here I have a folder called Spring Version that I have my forms in. I've made several, but for this purposes, I'm going to remind me, so I can reopen the form and make sure that, this is the editor. So in the editor, you have a little, let me go over here. Again, a little responses. So far I have 18 responses, and it gives a nice little summary of all those responses already in charts and graphs. The problem with this summary is that there's no way to easily export it or get an embed code, or it just lives here. If you click on these three little dots, you can print them. You can download them as CSV, but I don't know why you would do that. And you can get notifications when people resubmit a new one. You could also look at the individuals, each individual submission. You can click through. You could print those out. So if you're collecting, again, you click through all 18 of them, just see how each one did, and you can print them out as well. But I'm going to go back to the summary. So, I can get a nice glimpse as to where things are going. The majority of people really like Peeps versus don't like Peeps. But I want to be able to use this data in another way, put it in a infographic or on my blog or a website. So let's look at how we might be able to get it out of there. Remember now, if you see in the responses right here, this little thing, I can view them in a Google Sheet, because what it did, it automatically, when you made a form, it made a Google Sheet. And here it is. So here's my data. So I can look at it here as well. And let me close this one. I don't need two open. And over here. So the data is here, and if you're familiar with Excel or spreadsheets, you know how to make graphs and charts. So say I want to make how much do you like Peeps, or let's just say favorite color, because that's when I really am in. So I'm going to select that column, and over here there's a little insert chart. It does it all for you. It's really magical. So here again, count. Now, what kind of graph or chart do you want to use? What best for the purposes of demonstration or illustration, what graph works best? Now, for favorite color, I think the pie chart works best. Here again, you can clearly see the majority of people like yellow, but it's red, so we can fix that. But also, I don't want the category filter. I've got another column in there, so I want, and if you see in the sheet over here, and I'll show you why I have that color. Let me close this. This is because I made a pivot table, and we'll do that later. But so here I'm going to select the column, color Peep. You won't have that at first, that category filter, but if you do, I'll show you how to get rid of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with row 3, because then I won't have it in there. Okay. So here, count of favorite color Peeps. And I'm going to use the pie chart. Now, you have different types of charts. You can also customize. So I'm going to go to customize, and instead of just count, I'm just going to go, again, favorite color Peeps. And you can make that a little bigger. Let's see, make it 16. Maybe even make it bigger than that. But you can adjust these, because later on when you have it on your infographic, this is where you adjust it. And I'm going to go to, again, the slices down here. So they call each one of these slices. Now the blue slice is yellow. It should be yellow. See where it says a yellow Peep, but they have it blue. So I'm going to change that to yellow. And I'm going to go to slice 2, and that's blue. So I want it blue, so I'm going to make that blue. And again, slice 3 is pink, so I'm going to change that to pink. And 4 is lavender. So again, you get the idea. I don't know what color lavender is. I don't want it too much like pink, but let's try that. and none is 5. So let's go 5. I'm going to make 5. None, I'm just going to make it gray. And then white. Oh, actually, I better not. So again, you get the point here. So 6 is white. So I'll make that a little lighter. So there we go. But now it's hard to read the percents with that color. So what I can do, if I can go back for the percents, instead of making it, let's try, oh, that's the slice. Let's try this. And, well, let's say border. Let's try it again. Well, you know what? Maybe 6 needs to be a different color. It's not showing up. Maybe it's too small to fit in there, but we can play with that. See, when you maximize it, it shows up. But now, again, this is hard to read. So spend some time playing around with what fits and what works best for you. So maybe if I make them all. Oh, that's the border. I don't want the border. Make the border. Make this one there. There we go. Okay, so that works. I'm gonna reduce it again, and then I'm gonna click insert. So now here it inserted it onto my sheet, but I'm gonna put it on its own page. So I'm gonna click this little drop down up here at the top, and I'm gonna go move to its own sheet. And so here under chart 5, I have favorite color peeps. The colors match. And then up here, you have, again, if I need to come back and edit it again, I click Advanced Edit. I can customize any of those things that I need to customize. I'm going to cancel that. Here, you want to click on Publish. So I'm going to publish the chart. And here's some automatically republish when changes are made. So now when the form's filled out, it's going to automatically make changes to this pie graph. So you want to keep that checked. And over here, it's interactive. If it was just an image, then I want it interactive because I want it to be live. So I'm going to click on Publish, and I'm going to hit OK. So now I have the option of sharing it with Google+, all of my social media, that sort of thing. I could copy this link, but I'm not going to do that right now. So make sure, let me close, bring this down. There. Okay, so then I'm going to close this. So now I have my pie graph. That's looking at that data. And what I could do, and on the next step, we'll look at taking some of these graphs and using them in infographics.